Welcome to so many of you. Thanks for joining us ahead of tomorrow's Euro final against Spain. A few points of housekeeping just to begin. There are so many people in the room, so we'd ask that you keep it one per person, one question per person. There's a simultaneous translation service in play, so if there are any questions from international media, they are very welcome. And to those who we're not familiar with, please introduce yourself with your name and outlet. We will take questions from the floor, and we'll begin with yourself, Anton from Sky Sports.
Hello, both. Nice to see you. Sarina, let's start with what we saw at training, and that was Lauren James. Did she get through the session? Is she available? And to you both, I suppose, what kind of impact can she make if she is available?
Yeah, we had 23 players on the pitch today, and everyone came through. So if everyone recovers well, then we have 23 players available for tomorrow. What was your other question?
What kind of impact?
Oh, impact. Yeah, I think we have many players that can impact, and we know that she can have an impact too. So that would be nice.
Thank you. Take a question from the front row.
Did you want me to answer that as well? Yeah, no, I just echo what Sarina says. I think we have a team of talented players. Lauren brings something slightly different, just like the others. So obviously having that available is best case scenario for us.
Martina Soros from NRK Norway. Ella Thun spoke yesterday about your speeches before the matches and the importance of what you say to the players before important games. What is your process when planning on what to say to the players, or do you just say something on the spot?
No, I don't really. I think about what I want to say, but that comes quite early before the game starts. So, yeah, just how it feels and what I think I should say.
Thank you. We'll take a question from Jane Dougal at BBC News, please.
Thank you. Hi, both. Leah, to you first, please. There have been several close calls throughout the tournament, of course, where we've been terrified that England were going to go home. But there's a saying that the best teams peak at the right time. Has that been the plan all along?
Yeah, it was all part of the plan. It's making fans got their money's worth. I think you grow in a tournament, and we're aware of that. I think the most important thing for us is, as the game goes on, taking advantage of the work that we've done at the start. And I think in every game, I know that we've left it late, but I think that's been the case. And every team is hard to beat, and every team poses a different threat and challenge. And we have to stay in it for as long as possible until we can take advantage of that. So hopefully your saying will be true, and the best is yet to come. But yeah, definitely not the plan. We'd like to wrap the games up a little earlier and a little easier if we could have done.
Same question.
Yeah, well, the same answer. Of course, you want to do well. You don't want to make it a nerve-wracking game. But it also shows what the competition is and has been over this tournament. I think the women's game is. I say that all the time, improving so much, and it's so competitive. And every game is a hard game. And I'm just really glad that we made it through. And I hope we had done it a little bit earlier, but. It's also when you are in some scenarios or some situations, you hope you can turn it around with some subs, with a little shape change. But also the most important thing is that the players believe that we can win and we can take change the game, and that's what we've shown.
Thank you. We'll go to Rob Harris at Sky News, please.
Hi, good luck. Leah, what does it mean to you personally to have the chance to be able to lift a trophy again, and can you grasp just what this means for the nation?
I think we're very connected to what it means to the nation, and in that sense, or as connected as we can be being away from home. I think the opportunity of tomorrow and what's on offer is the best thing in football. We came to the tournament, we wanted to be here, we wanted to be in it till the end and have a chance to fight for that trophy, and you can't do that until you get into the final. So I think we we don't necessarily carry the weight of it and how much it means to people, but we're aware of it because it means the same to us. So you have a squad of excited players, focused players, and like I say, we recognise the opportunity and we'll do everything we can to take it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. We'll go to Tom Gary at The Guardian.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Leah. You made a lot of history as a team already, but there's a bit of history on the line in that you could be the first England senior team to win a trophy on foreign soil. I'm wondering what that would mean to you as captain, but also can you articulate for us how it's differed being abroad compared to the feeling when you were approaching that Wembley final 3 years ago?
I think the beautiful thing about 22 was that I'm not sure any of us will ever be part of anything like that ever again, in terms of the change, in terms of the story, the journey, everything. Being away from home is special in a different way. You know, you go out to you represent your country somewhere else, and I think the weight of that is important to consider because it sometimes adds a little extra. But I think the history on the line is. It seems that every time this team sort of enter a new year, there's so much to be done and could be done, and I think that is a real privileged time to be part of this team and to be involved. And again, the opportunity that's there to be the first this and the first that all the time for us is a huge motivator, but more just because we know what it would do for women's football and continue the legacy that we've already started.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, Tom. Goes to Flo Lloyd-Hughes at the cutback.
Hi, Sarina. Question for you. In 2022, there was so much discussion around having to get England over the line and fans singing "Football's coming home." I think we've only heard it maybe once for about 30 seconds before the Italy game. So do you feel less pressure now as England head coach all this time when you've had major finals already compared to in 2022?
I think every tournament, of course, you want to perform, and there's expectations, but you also have expectations for yourself. I just know that going into a final is already very, very special, and making the final, there's only 2 teams that can make the final. So if you talk about pressure, that's not really a pressure. It's very special, and when you go to a final, you really want to win it too. So that's how I'm in this. We're happy that we're in the final, and we really want to win it, and we're going to do everything to make that happen.
Thank you. Aisha Galasi from Haters.
Hi, Leah. Just here.
Thank you. Sorry,
that's all right. You touched on it there a little bit, that we saw such an incredible legacy back home on the back of the Euro 2022 win. What do you hope the legacy can be on the back of this 2025 tournament, reaching another final and hopefully winning?
I think the consistency of the girls, obviously I wasn't involved in 2023, and I think the consistency and the landscape keeps changing, and we're trying to change with it, and I think that's a really hard thing to do, and I think that proves the investment and the quality of the game in England is continuing to rise, and I hope that us staying in, you don't just want to be sort of a flash in the pan and like a memory. And I think that when we spoke before 22, we said it was the start of something, and I think we're still trying to play our role in that as well. So being here and being on this stage we know how powerful that is, and I hope that it just continues, and it continues to grow, and the respect for the women's game, the respect for women and women's sport in general continues to, we can try our best to continue to elevate that.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kit Shepherd at The Times.
Hi, Leah. First of all, how is your ankle that you hurt against Sweden, and kind of related to that, as players coming to the end of a long season, how much more pain are you willing to play through when it comes to a game as big as this?
I can speak for every single member of the squad when I say we would play, as long as we get the green light, we would play through absolutely anything, and to be involved on this stage. My ankle was great. My mum actually rolled her ankle a couple of days ago, so she's taken all the attention away from me now. But no, I had a scare. Obviously, I want to be involved and I want to be available to help the team any way they need me. But yeah, obviously played that game, the semi-final, and ready to go tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Emma Sanders at BBC.
Hi both, good luck for tomorrow. Leah, just a question for you. Obviously Spain are world champions, and given the fact that they haven't lost a game in this tournament, some people have written off England throughout the tournament. I'd imagine some will write you off tomorrow and say that you're underdogs. What would you say to that?
I think tomorrow we play a game against the world champions who continue to prove themselves over and over in the way that they play football. They're a fantastic footballing team. They're the best at what they do, and we're very much aware of that. We think that we're pretty good in some areas as well, so we need to be at our best to beat Spain. I think they need to be at their best to beat us too, but I think there's a lot of respect between the two teams, and I'd be hesitant to rule a clear underdog in this scenario, but ultimately, like I said, we go in against the world champions tomorrow. That's not an easy job, and yeah, we'll be as ready as we'll prepare ourselves as best we can for that challenge.
Thanks, Emma. We'll go to Kat Lucas at the Eye. Thank you.
Hi Leah. 2 years ago you watched the World Cup final in the stadium but on the sidelines. Can you just talk us through the emotion of that and, you know, the night before that game, how you were feeling and how that compares to now?
It was awful. Do you know that, I mean, I think once you're part of a team, being on the outside, and I know how tired you are when you get to that stage, and how much a tournament takes out of you, and to be completely useless, that probably bothered me the most. But to sit with the families, knowing what they go through, and that actually makes me reflect on this tournament, and we haven't been very kind to them at all. But it's yeah, I think that feels like a really long time ago, which is probably a benefit for the whole squad. But yeah, anybody would give anything to be part of their team when they're going through moments like that. So it was tough. The only plus was sitting next to Jill, I suppose, and sharing it with somebody who knew what it felt like.
Thank you. And Sarina, same to you. I mean, what does it mean to have Leah fit and available for you as your captain?
Yeah, of course. I'm very happy with that. And as I'm very happy that we have 23 players available for tomorrow, and yeah, Leah has a big role in the team, so it's really nice to have her on the pitch.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Sophie Downey at Goals on the Ball, right at the back, please. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Hey, just a question for you both. Obviously, a weird quirk of this schedule has been that you've faced Spain twice in the last 6 months. So I guess, what was the biggest learnings from those ones? And is it a good thing that you kind of have that experience now?
Well, I think, yeah, we've played each other a lot over the last couple of years. Also comes, of course, with the Nations League, how that's set up. I think you always have learnings. They will learn from us, and we will learn from them in the games we've played. And tomorrow is a new situation where we have an opportunity to hopefully take out their strengths a bit and exploit some of the weaknesses we think they have too.
Yeah, I think obviously it's hard because you don't want to get too you can't focus on the last game too much, whatever that may be. So we look at Spain this tournament. I'm sure they've looked at us in the same way, and tomorrow's a new game, and I'm sure we'll present new challenges. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Charlotte Harper at The Athletic.
Can I pass that through?
Thank you.
Hi Sarina, hi Leah. Question for Leah. Leah, you said Kira Walsh keeps taking the mick out of you because every tournament you go to, you have a new hobby and you don't follow through with it.
Yeah.
So what's your hobby this tournament, or hobbies? And at Euro 2022, you refused to pack your suitcase until after the final. Have you packed at all during this tournament, or is there a moment where, like, sugar, everything's out on the floor and we're going home?
No, it'll be the same fashion as the last one. They almost have to remove me from a tournament. No packing has happened. And I didn't know what you were going to say, because she takes the mick at me for everything, let alone having a new hobby. But I suppose this time I did bring like a portable keyboard, and I felt discouraged because I heard that some of the other girls in the team had been playing theirs, and I felt like I was too far behind, so I just sort of left it. Played it a couple of times, but there's so much socialising to be done, I don't have time for hobbies.
So another hobby not quite followed through?
No, but that will be picked up when I get back, and Charles, my piano teacher, in case he hears that as well.
Thanks very much, all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlotte. We'll go to Susie Rack at The Guardian, please. Thank you.
Hey both. Leah, obviously there's been a bit of talk about various records and things. You could potentially lift a second major tournament trophy as England captain, which would be a huge milestone, and also do a club and international double European trophy-wise within the space of 2 months. How much do you reflect on sort of these personal milestones and what it would mean to you?
I think they're the things that maybe when you step away from football and later down the line maybe you look back, but for now I don't know, I don't play, play a team sport. I think for all of us, all 23, you share it, you feel like you share those things, and somebody has to wear an armband, somebody has to do the role, but we don't necessarily, I think we all just feel it together, and it's less about I won this and more we always. So of course there'll be lovely things to talk about later down the line, and if you want to look at success that way, I would probably say that success to me is happiness in your circumstance and your company, and I think that's more important than those things to me anyway.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susie. We'll go to Tash Dowie at TalkSport, please. Thanks.
Best of luck to both of you tomorrow. Sarina, a bit of an odd one, but I want to get into your head because I think that there's been many a times this tournament where all of us probably in this room with minutes to go, having heart attacks, you know, thinking that you're going home, and you just always seem so calm and cool on the sideline. And really in those moments, is a lot of your decision making instinctive? Is any of it pre-planned? Can you just kind of give us, so that hopefully it doesn't go like that tomorrow, but when we are all having heart attacks, we exactly know what's going through your head?
At first, I'm having a heart attack too. I just don't show it. No, yes, well, we want to be best prepared, so that's in our style of play, but also we're trying to prepare on what can happen in the game and what do we need, and that's also how the squad is built. So on the 5th of June we had a squad announcement, and then we figured out, okay, what player we might need in certain circumstances if we want to change things, and that's what we talk about all the time, and that's how we prepare for a game. So we have spoken through all the scenarios, but then during the game, then it's a sense of what you feel you think is necessary, and of course there's continuous contact with the technical staff on the bench, but also with the staff in the stands who inform us about everything. So what we want to do is when we want to change, we can make a decision very quick.
So we can all relax tomorrow now, guys. Nice.
I hope so.
Thanks, Tash. We'll take a question from there.
Florian Paco from Blick in Switzerland. Tomorrow, Hannah Hampton will probably have a lot to do. How do you describe her tournament, and how important is she in the group?
Yeah, well, I hope she will not be too busy tomorrow. But yes, of course, she is in a very good way on her journey. This is her first major tournament that she is a starting goalkeeper, and she's done really well, I think. And I hope she can show that tomorrow too.
Thank you. We'll go to Good Morning Britain in the middle of the room. Thanks.
Hiya, massive good luck from all of us for you tomorrow. There's been some outcry from a significant number of fans about a good luck message from the royal family that was posted ahead of the finals. It includes a picture of the entire squad, but it's missing Michelle Adjemang. I was curious to see if you both had any comment to the fans that might be upset about it.
Yeah, I think that would never ever be intentional. I think the message from the royal family is that they really, really support us, and we really, really appreciate that. And they support every single player and staff member. So I hope that everyone really appreciate that. And yeah, so yeah, it's unfortunate. I think that she's not on that picture. Then is what you said, but there's all good intentions.
Thank you. Catherine Basset from The Telegraph.
Hi, question for Leah. A lot has been talking about this never say die attitude that England have shown to get here, and it reminded me of a quote you used in 2022 about nobody wins, afraid of losing. And I wondered kind of how important that's been in terms of not letting fear take over but staying calm in the biggest moments.
I think that's the main thing. You can I mean, if you're fearful of losing, then even if you win, do you enjoy that experience? Do you fully take it in? Do you give everything that you have, or are you expending energy in the wrong way? And I think this team is so task focused, and so I don't know. You know, like whatever's in our way, then we'll try and overcome that together. I don't think we're a team fearful of losing. I think football anything can happen, and there's so much out of your control. We focus on being the best people we can to each other, performing the best that we can, and hopefully that gives you the result that you want. But definitely not fearful of losing, because it does. You expend energy in ways that you don't want to.
Thanks, Catherine. We'll go to Tom Victor at the Daily Mirror. Thanks.
Hi both. Leah, we heard from Ella Toon yesterday talking about the challenge of being off the pitch for the penalty shootout against Sweden, not being able to kind of contribute. Just wanted to, obviously you were off the pitch at that moment as well, and for the end of the Italy game, and I want to know how that compares to 23 when you were not playing as much of a part, and what it says about the other leaders in the squad in those moments.
Yeah, same sort of feeling. Obviously your role becomes slightly redundant, but there's still ways that you can affect the team. We have a big process for those moments, so even if you're off the pitch, you have a role to play. So it's maybe easier than being in the stands. Also because you get to run on and celebrate with your team when they do well. But I think we have so many leaders in so many different ways. So you have your real conventional ways of leadership that people would recognise, and then I think you have people that offer certain things in certain moments, and they know that that's their bag, so to speak, and they really step up. And I think we have a lot of those characters that are, maybe we've created a good environment for those people to feel comfortable enough to do it. But I do feel like everybody really knows when they can really sort of step up and contribute, and they have done.
Thanks. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. We'll just take a question.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Fiani Dalma from L'Équipe, the French newspaper. I read an excellent article in The Guardian that says that the team which play is semi-final in first has an advantage to win the final. Did you know that, and did you read this article, and what do you think about that?
I don't. Can you translate?
Tom, you go. We got.
Oh. Okay, I think I understand your question. What we just we played the semi-final first. What we just really enjoyed is that we had an extra day of rest after a very intense group stage where we had only 3 days in between every game and towards the quarter-final. So we really used that extra day off, and hopefully that will help us tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. We'll take a question in the middle row. Great.
Good afternoon, both. I'm Maria Ticas from Diario Sport in Barcelona. I have one question for Leah. I have to ask you in Spanish. How is it to play with Mariana now that you know her? You are teammates, and if you have talked with her about this final. Thank you.
I think Mariana is an exceptional player. I've loved her being my teammate at Arsenal. Especially in my position, I normally just get to stand and watch her magic. Hopefully not tomorrow, but no, I haven't spoken to her, and I do miss her actually. So I'm looking forward to the end of the game when we're all friends again. But yeah, no, she's an exceptional footballer, a good person. I'm very happy that she is my teammate, and tomorrow, hopefully, there's other players that played with her as well. So hopefully that'll come to our advantage. Thank you.
Thank you. We've got time for one final question. We'll go to the back. Spanish media at the back. Thank you.
Hi, Sara Gutierrez from the Spanish National Radio. I would like to ask you the same question for both, which is, how do you spend the last hours before the final game? I don't know if you prefer just to disconnect, forget about football, or just be focused on the final game. Thank you.
I basically do every match day the same. So I relax, don't do that much right before the game, just get prepared, and we are prepared because all the preparation has been done at that time, and I'm just waiting till the game starts.
I'll be playing Monopoly Deal with the girls and having a nap, always. Anybody that has ever played with me knows that that has to happen.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate some people still wanted to ask some questions, but we've run out of time. So we'll see many of you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Literally start like this.
Right.